Closed captioning for the Casey Malone Show is sponsored by Hunter Stevens Land Title Agency. Integrity, service, and commitment you can trust.
Oh yeah, Casey Malone is serving up local. It's time for the stories of our region, the tastes, the sights, the sounds, and the people in and around the valley. Get ready for some local flavor on the Casey Malone Show.
Today, it's custom designs at Gray Matter Leather, and I prepare fresh garden pesto with lemon ricotta. But first, next level prepared foods at Napa Grocery. Don't let the name fool you. Napa Grocery is much more than a market. They carry specialty pantry items and cheeses, but they shine with their Roman pizzas, sandwiches, salads, fresh prepared meals, and desserts. Napa is worth the trip to Canfield. Aaron Heineck is the owner here at Napa Grocery, and everything has evolved. You've been open for over a year now.
That's right.
And how have things changed since you originally opened?
How have things changed? Boy, quite a bit. I mean, the layout of the store, our offerings, how we are executing things back in the kitchen. I mean, it's really been a pretty big learning curve over the past, I guess, 14 months now. Yeah.
And it's pre-prepared foods that you can heat up and eat here,
In part,
or you
yes.
can take home.
Right.
And I think that is a really good concept because there's really not a lot of grab and go places.
Right.
But then it's really nice that you can eat it here also. You have the manicotti, you've got, all kind of things in the case that you can take home and have dinner and your salads.
Right.
And do you see that like lunches and dinners get a little busier for in-house dining?
That it's actually taken over. When we opened the store, that was our plan, was to offer the prepared foods and maybe some sandwiches, maybe some pizzas. And as we saw what was selling, the sandwiches and the pizzas were what we saw really driving the business. So and that was one of the first adjustments that we made was we'll need to adjust the menu, scale back a little bit on the prepared foods. We still have them, and it still makes a lot of money for us. But the pizzas and the sandwiches have far and away taken over.
Well, as I said earlier, one of my favorite things here at Napa is your pizza.
The pizza.
The Roman pizza. Now, what makes this dough so different than other doughs?
So this dough is different. Basically, the technique that we use. So we have this dough here was mixed on Sunday. Sits in the cooler for 2 days, and then we ball it up, set it in these boxes. It goes back in the cooler, and then this will be baked tomorrow.
So you have a 72-hour resting time.
72-hour resting time. So basically what that does is the yeast are acting on those glutens for 72 hours, which breaks it down, makes the dough lighter, crispier, airier. So it's that long fermentation time that really and develops flavor and all the rest.
And is there a different flour or anything special that you're using?
Yes, we're using an Italian flour, a 00 flour, which is how finely it's ground. That helps with the water absorption. That's the other thing with this dough is the amount of water.
What about water? Does our area have the right kind of water? Because they say some people, don't use their city water because.
Well, so this building is actually on well water, which I think that helps our dough, but we also run it through a filter.
Ray Lewis is the pizza maker extraordinaire who prepares these. So at all times, they try to keep the 10 different types of pizza out in the case. And you keep replenishing it.
Yes.
But like when I buy the pizza, I will buy one and I'll say it's par baked.
Yeah, I mean, for the
because
dough,
they all have to get kind of baked, and then when I take it home and I heat it in the oven, it's 10 minutes at 400. So, what are the most popular flavors, what types of pizza?
Our most popular is, of course, our margarita, and then we have our mushroom is very popular.
Love the mushroom, big fan.
The prosciutto, and of course, pepperoni, because that's probably like the most you
But you
know,
do it
classic pizza that we
differently.
have here.
You know, they don't use the round discs.
No.
You guys use it cubed, which
We want you to have
find
pepperoni
interesting.
in every bite. You don't have to
Every
fight for. You don't have to
bite.
fight for pepperoni. No.
So what kind are we making right now?
I'm gonna make a spicy salami.
Okay, the spicy salami.
All right, what we do is we have our pizza sauce here. We make this from scratch every day also. So what I'll do is I'll put like a scoop and a half on here. And based off of the consistency of the dough, I'll put a little bit of extra on there because it can soak into it.
Yeah.
So you don't want to overdo it. Carry it all the way to the edges. I use a lot of gloves over here because I spread it with my fingers.
Well, it's more efficient, isn't it?
Gotta put your hands on your food, you know.
That's right.
Okay. So we
You're
do
not
it
at
like
home.
this.
You gotta use the
You gotta use the glove. Okay, excuse me. I don't want to get this all over you.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna get another glove.
Get a fresh glove.
So I take a Romano, a little bit of Romano here.
Big fan of Romano.
Yes, and then we have our mozzarella. Put a decent layer across there on the bottom here. A lot of our pizzas get extra as we have our salami. I normally build from the corners here. These slices, fresh mozz here. Red pepper flake.
Red pepper flakes, absolutely necessary.
Definitely need those. And we put olives on it.
Love the olives.
And then after that, you know, you add a little bit of kosher salt. Just a little bit there. Arugula.
The arugula. I love arugula.
A little bit of extra virgin olive oil.
Now, how many pieces, when you're selling them out there in the case, do you get out of each one of these?
Well, these come in fours. See, look how
So
big the slice
one-
is.
Look at the slice of that.
This is how big the slice is. But when you make a full pizza, this slice gets cut in half. So
Yes.
you still get your 8. But when we sell single slices, it's pretty much 2 slices.
I
in
mean,
one.
that's
They're huge.
beautiful.
Looks beautiful. Look at that. So,
That, just wanna
all
take a
airy
big
and
bite.
stuff.
So which one is your favorite? Of all the pizzas that you make, which one do you take home at night?
Spicy sausage. Every time.
No olives.
No olives on that one. No olives on that one.
Hold the olives. And you know, it's just so much easier. And I just think people aren't cooking anymore. And I mean, you're really filling a void that is not here in our market.
And that's really what we wanted to do when we first opened up. You know, we've adjusted some, but yeah, we wanted to fill that void for people. You know, be it business professionals, busy moms, you know, whoever it is, just don't have time or the energy to cook tonight. Well, stop in and we've got you covered.
The Casey Malone Show will be right back with more local flavor.
Kamara Jewelers is the place to buy an engagement ring because we want a relationship with you that lasts a lifetime. Your commitment with her is the same commitment we have to you.
We want to sit down with you and teach you about diamonds so you're educated on what you're buying. We have the largest selection we ever have, which is the largest in the area, and at the best value. And if it's not something in our case, we could always custom make it. We can make any dream come true.
Get real, get Kamara.
Rulli Brothers has a great choice of quality cheeses. We use our relationship with Old World Houses to specially select the product and then have it custom cut and packaged by our own local artisans. At Rulli Brothers Market, our family is in the store.
Join the Island Purple Cat family. Employment opportunities are available. Given is living. Join the Island Purple Cat family. Employment opportunities are available at $13 an hour. Given is living.
To own a business where your name's on the window can be pretty cool. That's my family. My name is Danny Catullo, and I'm the owner of Catullo Prime Meats. My grandfather started the business in 1962. I was able to take our old style butcher shop and bring it out to the new age using e-commerce to get our products to more customers. When we started shipping, there was not a ton of information out there. That's where we really worked with FedEx so they could be able to help us with our perishable shipping. We were taking on new purchases that we never had to make before. Boxes, coolers, ice packs, anything that was involved around shipping. So we can no longer do this with the cash that we had on hand. So because of the Plum Card from American Express and all of its benefits, it was a natural fit to help grow our business. And when someone calls and lets you know that you made their dinner, that's satisfaction that you can't get anywhere else.
I'm Elizabeth Bernard. For more than 30 years, I've provided our Valley with sound legal advice. My associate Jennifer Rigetti and I will be your legal representatives if you're involved in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident. Don't try to handle it yourself. We'll navigate the red tape of dealing with doctors, medical insurance, and all the obstacles that you'll face. Remember, there are no upfront fees on personal injury cases, and hiring a lawyer does not mean you have to go to court.
Call attorney Elizabeth Bernard, local legal experience for more than 30 years.
They fell in love with Benjamin Moore's Van Dusen Blue, but tried to match it using another brand's paint.
It'll grow on us, right?
Yeah.
You better come on in my kitchen.
Today I'm going to prepare for you one of my mother's favorite pestos. It's a gorgeous color green, it's loaded with flavors, really easy green vegetables like spinach and parsley and mint, and I don't add cheese to this because I serve it with a dollop of ricotta cheese flavored with lemon, and I mean it is so bright and fresh. And Jelaine, you are thumbs up on this one.
I'm very much. This is one of my favorite pastas that you make.
And you're gonna love the new noodle. I've got this new noodle. Now you could serve this on bread or toast or as a dip, but this casareche, it is a slim twist, and all these grooves catch all the sauce.
The pesto.
It is so delicious. And this is about 8 minutes for al dente, which is what you like. And my water is boiling. We are going to go over the ingredients. I'll drop the pasta and we will whip this up and have this ready in no time. For this recipe, you'll need 4 garlic cloves peeled and chopped, 2 cups of lightly packed spinach leaves, 1 cup lightly packed parsley leaves, 1/4 cup mint leaves, 1/2 cup of toasted walnuts, 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, juice from 1 lemon, 1/2 cup of extra virgin olive oil, and salt and pepper to taste. For the lemon ricotta, you'll need 1 cup of ricotta cheese, the zest from 1 lemon, and salt and pepper to taste. I've already dropped the pasta. It is boiling, and I'm telling you, in the time that it's done, we're gonna have this sauce ready to go. So let's start. Blade attachment in my food processor, and this is 2 cups of spinach. Then 1 cup of parsley. I prefer the curly parsley. I think it has more flavor, but you can also use the Italian. And the mint. This is also from my garden, but right now, at this time of year, it's kind of spent. Also, let's add the nuts. I know pine nuts are a big thing, but let me tell you, they're expensive. And one time I ate a bad nut, I did not have taste buds for almost a week. Remember that?
I remember.
And it's a thing. They were rancid or something. Ugh, so I don't use them anymore.
Aren't they imported?
Are way cheaper. Yeah. So I don't know. On the way down, something happened. And then last but not least, the red pepper flakes. If you don't like the heat, do not throw them in, but they really add a nice flavor to this. So now I will pulse this. Oh, the smell of this is so fresh. So now I'm going to turn it back on and just drizzle in 1/2 cup of extra virgin olive oil. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, it is.
So I'm just going to give it a quick taste. It's so nummy. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper. Okay. Oh, look at that. So I've drained the pasta. I mean, look how quickly this meal's coming together. And now I'm just gonna make the lemon ricotta. I took the zest from one lemon, you know, because I used the juice from the one lemon in the pesto. And then we are just gonna add some salt and then just mix this thoroughly. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, it smells so good. And I know it's so easy and you think there's really not much to it, but it really changes the course. So we are going to have the Prophecy Pinot Grigio. This is made in Italy and imported by Prophecy Wines out of Healdsburg. And it's a great value. And I love a Pinot Grigio. You can't go wrong.
Oh, it's my favorite.
Let's give this a try. Cheers.
Nice
to have you back in the kitchen, Julio.
Thanks for the invite.
Yeah.
Very good. Casey.
Not good?
It's very good.
That's all you need. Nice green salad. I like a chunky salad, a little cucumber, tomato, onion. Put it alongside. Perfect meal, really all year long, because all these ingredients are readily available. And that's that.
You can put this ricotta bread as a appetizer.
I mean, really, ricotta cheese is amazing. So try my recipe. It is the garden pesto with lemon ricotta. See how easy it is? Go to my website, CaseyMaloneShow.com, and look for that recipe.
Good pasta.
Good to have you back, Jelaine.
I'm glad.
Cheers.
We'll be right back with more local flavor.
I am here at the Magic Tree Pub and Eatery with Rude the Dude. Summertime is here.
Yes, finally it's here. Right here we got a few of our handcrafted summer cocktails for you that you can enjoy on our beautiful patio that is now finally open. Every day, open to close. We also now have live entertainment every Friday from 8 to 11 on the patio. If it rains outside, we bring the bands inside.
That's right, they've got you covered. And don't forget, if you have an event coming up like a baby shower, bridal shower, or rehearsal dinner, the room is available. Call and book your date now. And I really love the food truck.
Yes.
They come to you.
Yes, we now have Magic Tree on the go, as you can see in our background. So take a look for us. We'll be around town, different locations, sharing some of our Magic Tree specials with you on the road.
That's right, Magic Tree Pub and Eatery has you covered.
Hit the road in the all-new 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander from Boardman Mitsubishi. Drive one today starting at $26,995. Plus, get the confidence of an industry-leading 10-year warranty. The summer sales event at Boardman Mitsubishi. Going on now.
Donate now. GavaCamp has a generous family that will match every dollar you donate. Help us build a barrier-free educational camp for our friends with special needs. Visit our website or call for more details. Giving is living.
Rulli Brothers is way ahead of the competition. Check out Rulli Spice World, where you can buy bulk herbs and spices, plus candies, nuts, and fillings for pennies on the dollar. At Rulli Brothers Market, our family is in the store.
I'm all about local, and my bank is Farmers National Bank. Farmers is the true hometown bank in the Mahoning Valley, standing strong for our local families and businesses since 1887. Farmers is also future-focused with a lab branch, interactive teller machines, and best-in-class mobile mortgage app. We've all learned the value of local relationships, businesses, and communities. Switch to Farmers.
Is it time to update your color style? R&S Paint will assist you with your choice of over 3,400 Benjamin Moore colors. Vibrant, durable, and easy to apply. Be current, be stylish. Shop R&S Paint.
Well, right now we are at the worldwide headquarters of Gray Matter Leather. And we are here with the CEO, head artisan, and the man in charge of Gray Matter. But 10 years ago, Tom Dundix, you were a mechanical engineer.
Yeah, I was mechanical engineering, and 10 years ago, the aphasia, it's rotor-rooter, here's here, it's dead, so.
Due to a stroke?
Yeah, it was difficult. Chrissy Mosier Dundix, I mean, savior. I mean, I can't do nothing. I can't talk. My kids, the dog, I can do dog. That's it. I mean, I can't spell my first name. But Candace and Susan, the speech therapy worked. It was 2 years. Thank God they helped me out because it was, I can't talk, I mean, nothing. So every day they help me. But the depressing, I was sleeping, going downhill. I mean, 5 years ago, my girlfriend died, Capabianca. She said, you need to do something. So I was at the internet, woodworking, iron, nothing. I said, let's do leather. I like it. I bought it. Bad. I mean, bad. Look, I mean, look, this is, I mean.
These were his first samples.
I mean.
This wallet is so
I mean.
It's a weapon. But you know what? Your stitching is good. Yeah. I mean, your sizing is correct, your portions.
Not really. Not
the
first. Not really. I mean, hey.
I mean, it's sweet. Okay, all right. So obviously you've moved on from your remedial skills.
Yeah, downstairs I was sewing and cutting every day. And right now it's a year and a half. I got the program. This is
beautiful
it's
work.
It's good, yeah. This is wonderful.
I mean, these are soft and supple.
Right.
They make sense. No sharp edges.
Well, this is
they'll age
5 years
beautifully.
ago. 5 years ago, and
yes.
now, I mean.
Well, I'm telling you, the progress is amazing.
Right.
Ellie Dundix is Tom's daughter, and you know, according to your father, the family really has helped with his recovery. And over the last 10 years, what a difference you must have seen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as a kid, you look and you're like, oh, you see your parents working, and so then you work. And so when, as a young kid, that was halted, it was impressive to see how he kind of figured out this new life. I mean, when he first had the stroke, we were labeling milk bottles for him to say milk, and we'd have flashcards like red, blue, green. I mean, going from not even be able to pronounce my name, my brother's name, my sister's name, to him just figuring out on his own time what he was gonna do with this second life that he was given. He's in Magnolias on the Green. His products are featured there. Sadie Dental, YM Camera, and Hackett's Pub. So,
is the core personality and that spirit soul, I mean, is it still there? It's still your dad?
Yeah, I mean, anybody who meets him, it's like, or they'll say, I'm Tom Dundix's daughter. I'm like, oh, is that a good or a bad thing? Like, do you know my dad? Is it a good or a bad? Like, do you? It has been, you know, he was a stickler and he was the one to lay the hammer on a lot of things, and now I think he's loosened up with himself. So he's just, I kind of opened his mind to a lot of different things. And usually before, he was kind of a math guy, very strict with that. But now he's gotten creative in his work.
There are some really great gifts in here. You know, for the cigar smoker, you have a couple different cases. I love this. This is sweet. And then coasters. What a great idea, because leather will absorb the moisture. Where I hate when you have like a glass on a coaster and it still runs over on the table. You're like, well, what is the point?
Yeah.
So these are beautiful. I mean, this is a great gift idea. He is a one-man operation.
Yeah.
I mean, he does the cutting, everything, you know, from start to finish. What kind of timelines are we looking at here?
If you check on the website, you can't order anything online. It's just all the inventory that he has or can make. So he has no backlog inventory other than coasters. Are really easy to make. So when you call him, you want an order, he makes it from scratch. He starts the process. He'll give you the timeline, and then he can ship, drop it off if you're local. And yeah, I mean, and he's really transparent with how long things will take, and he hustles too. So if you needed something, he tries to get it done for you.
The Casey Malone Show is sponsored in part by Denise and John York and the DeBartolo Corporation.